Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the DC State White Tigers Dynasty. We started 3-0 into the season. Great start. We already won our first conference game against Purdue, and this episode we're gonna try to move on further into the conference schedule. And for this first game, we have a couple of visits. Devin LaRue looks unreal. A physical receiver out of North Carolina, 6'1", 214 with 96 speed. All the catching ratings in the 80, except the catching rating at 78, but that's still solid, I guess. We've got a tackle coming, a 5-star tackle. I hope we can get our first 5-star commit this year. Jarrett Neal is out of New Jersey, 91 strength. A lot of the good ratings are already in the 80s or at least high 70s. We're going to have a corner, James Price. It's a really tough battle for him, so we got to make sure this first game is gonna count. 5'11", 194 out of Ohio, 98 speed, 83 man coverage, 78 press. I really want this kid on the team. And then we also try for a 5-star safety. Carl Kraft, 6'3", 204. He looks really good as well. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, play rec at 80, pursuit at 80. Zone coverage 74. It's a little bit lower than I'd like, but he has at least 89 hit power right off the bat. So he looks really good. And yeah. Those are the recruits that are going to visit us. This first game is going to be against Old Dominion. So not quite getting into the conference schedule yet, but this should honestly be the easiest game on the schedule that's not Navy. Cameron Nevis is the quarterback, 6'3", 194 out of Granite Bay, California. Cameron Nevis is a very strong-armed quarterback. He has 96 throw power. The accuracy ratings, on the other hand, are pretty bad. Most of them are not even in the 80s, so that's not good. But he has some speed, so he can run it around a little bit. Running back is Calvin Lucien, 5'10", 202. So a medium-sized back with some decent elusiveness, but the break tackle rating is only 62, so that's bad. No trucking, no stiff arm either. 88 speed, not the fastest guy. Honestly, not an impressive running back. Fernando Carmazzi is the top receiver. Where's number 7? Carmazzi is a decent route runner, an elite route runner in the slot, but the deep down the field stuff is not going to work for him that well. 88 speed, not crazy or anything, but a decent number 1 receiver, I guess. That's their best guy and the only guy that you actually have to pay attention to. Now, this O-line actually doesn't look half bad. I was expecting a lot worse for this Monarchs offensive line, but they have all their starters here in the 80s for overall, so definitely some good O-line they have there. It's going to give them some good pass protection. Top D lineman, they only have one good one. It's Dylan Robbins. 82 power moves. He has 94 strength. That's something you really have to watch out for. 82 finesse moves. And then only 64 block shedding. That's not great. But yeah, we hope we can run the football against this team. It should work. Top linebacker on this team is Jamal Sauer. He wears number 6. Very good run stopper. He's a good athlete. Pass coverage is half decent, I guess. Awareness and play rec are not quite there. So a good athlete, a good run stopper, but yeah, actually that 93 zone coverage is actually not just good, it's elite. This is a pretty good linebacker, apart from like the play rec and awareness. Tyron Fenton is the top corner on this team. 89 man coverage, 70 zone, 70 press. So he's not going to press anybody. But he has very good man coverage and pretty good zone coverage as well. 85 play rec even. That's pretty good. And 94 speed. So they definitely can keep up with our receivers. And then they've got another good corner here in Tim Mix. 97 man coverage, 70 press, a very good catching rating at I think it was 89. The zone coverage is not quite there. He's also not as good as an athlete as the other guy, but this is still a solid corner duo. Now, we have not played Old Dominion so far, but I put them on the CHL because they're from Virginia. I guess we want to play all the Virginia teams at some point. And yeah, we're going to start off this game on defense. I think overall what to expect, this Old Dominion offense doesn't really have quite the playmakers. We should be able to shut their offense down and get some coverage sacks. And on the other side of the ball, I think we should be able to stop them. The other way around. They should be able to stop us a few times. They do have a couple of good players there at linebacker and corner, but we hope we can run the football, and that should do that then. If we can run the football, I think this game should be ours. Cordell Newcomb gets his sack there, and Old Dominion quarterback Nevis. He goes down on his first possession a couple times. So they have to actually punt it away, and we're getting the ball in pretty good field position. And now Hawker, he's going to return this one, and this is a pretty good return as well. This is down to the 25-yard line. We're starting out in field goal range. And let's see what we can do here. Austin Westbrook takes the field. He has been pretty good this season. 1st and 10. And Ellington's the back, and he is going to get the handoff. Tried to juke the safety, didn't quite work, but it's still a good carry, 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 2. Now Garrison's the back. He's going to get the handoff, and he's going to juke out the safety. That's a touchdown. DC State goes up by 7. What a dirty juke move that one was. Jeez. George Garrison in the end zone, and the White Tigers start off this game on the right foot. 7-0. Let's see what Old Dominion can do. They're going to motion out Lucien, and Nevis is going to step up, and he is going to run away from the defense and get the first down with his legs. He's going to move the chains on that one. 3rd and 11, a few downs later, and Nevis is going to be in trouble, and he goes down. That's Steven Nizialek in the backfield. And Old Dominion has to punt it away yet again. It's 7-0 already, and DC State's going to get the ball back with very good field position after that sack. Now Ellington is going to juke behind one of his linemen and get the first down. That's about a 12-yard gain for Ellington. 1st and 10, trips to the right, and this is also going to be a run. Ellington tried to juke out the safety on that one, but didn't really work because his lineman got in the way. But now 3rd and 9. Westbrook throws it over the middle. It's caught. That's Wolf. I forgot his first name. Garrett Wolf. First down inside the 5. And now we're going to run it. Garrison up the middle. Touchdown, DC State. It's 14-0. And this home game is starting off on the right foot. Now let's see what we can do on defense again. Let's see if we can get him to punt a 3rd time in this game. Nevis motions out his running back Lucien, throws it to the sideline, and there is a flag down, and that one's gonna tack 15 on top as Nizialek was a little bit too quickly there, tossing the quarterback to the ground after he had already passed the ball away. 1st and 10 now after a 15-yard penalty. Nevis, this time he goes down, and that's a good sack. That's Manny Fine on the nickel blitz. And we've got a tough 2nd and 16 coming up. They do not convert the set of downs. 4th and 10, they are going to take a long-range field goal, and they are going to make it. 50-yard try is good, and it's 14-3, but it's still a 2-score game at least. DC State back with the football now, and Garrison couldn't get this one. 4th and inches. It was just too many people there, and they have to punt it away. Old Dominion gets the ball back after a 3-and-out, and they are gonna flip the ball to a receiver. That's almost first down yardage. 3rd and 2, double twin set. They're gonna motion another receiver, hand it off to Lucien. That's a first down and a lot more. 13 yards up to midfield now. Old Dominion trips to the left, isolated receiver to the right. Lucien gets the handoff, and that's going to be a first down. 13 yards on the play again. 3rd and 4. motion out Lucien, and now we've got an empty backfield as Neves has a 4-man rush, and he throws it over the middle, and it's held onto. And we've got another first down for Old Dominion. They're marching down the field. 2nd and 6, and Neves goes down. He tried to run away with the football there after he kept the ball. And Cordell Newcomb gets him on a TFL. 3rd and 10, and we almost allow the first down there. 7-yard run for Lucien, and they are now going for it. 4th and 3, handed off. That's going to be a first down. Oh my. 4-yard run, and they convert. 1st and goal from the 7. Neves has a clean pocket. Over the middle, that's a touchdown into the end zone. And Old Dominion cuts into the lead. It's a 4-point game after this touchdown. I'm kind of losing my words here. The Monarchs are scoring one, and it's 14-10 with 3 minutes left in the half. So let's see if we can do something here on offense. As Ellington gets a first down run. Gonna move the chains. And we have trips to the left. Isolated receiver to the right. And we're actually gonna hand it off to Garrison, who has a wide open running lane there. And he was able to run around the corners and safeties for a while there. 12 yards on the play. And that's gonna be a carry or a catch and run for George Stingley. He gets 9 yards on the play. His first involvement in this game. 50 seconds on the clock, and Westbrook is gonna have his receiver catch a football 8 yards on the play. 3rd and 2, and Westbrook is gonna have a throw lined up. This is Isaiah Stockton into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. The White Tigers manage to put some more points on the board before halftime. There is about 30 seconds on the clock still, so Old Dominion could do something with it, but they decide to just run out the clock, and it is 21-10 at halftime. And I think this game has been going pretty well so far, but Old Dominion definitely is, doing a little more resistance than I thought they would be doing. 2nd and 7 now for Westbrook after halftime, and Westbrook is gonna get it away, and this one's caught, and Hearns couldn't turn his movement upfield. There was so much space there. 2nd and 5, Westbrook hands it off. Ellington, so much space, and tried to juke the safety, didn't work, but still a nice first down run. 3rd and 7, and this is not in field goal range. You gotta get this one. 4th and 2 coming up. Garrett Wolf only has 5 yards. And we're gonna go for it. It's empty backfield. Westbrook has a 3-man pressure, gets it away, and the catch is made by George Stingley. 1st and 10 from the 26. This is now definitely field goal range, and Westbrook is gonna motion over Garrett Wolf, and he is the recipient of this RPO. And Wolf, oh man, that last block, man, he would have been gone, but still, it's a first down. Westbrook from the 3. He has some time. He gets it away, and Stockton comes back for a touchdown. Falls into the end zone. Kind of reminds me of Drew Brees there. And, the 5'8 receiver gets it done again. 2 touchdowns for him in this game. 28-10. It's a 3-score game again. This should be enough, hopefully. Neves hands it off to Lucien, and that's going to be an 8-yard gain. That's not great news. And Old Dominion has now a 2nd and 6 a couple downs later, and Neves is going to motion out his tight end and throw it his way, and that is going to be a first down. 7 yards on the play. They're going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Hand it off to Lucien, and there's a massive running lane. 13 yards for Old Dominion. They have been having a lot of success on the ground here. As 3rd and 3, they bring the pressure, and it doesn't work as Mandarino lost track of coverage there. 1st down and 10 from the 23. Now this is a field goal range, definitely, and this is actually a touchdown. Old Dominion gets into the end zone. That's De La Puente, the number 3 receiver on this team. And Old Dominion is now down by 2 scores again. It's an 11-point game. And Westbrook, we're into the 4th quarter now. You got to run out this clock. But 3rd and inches, and that's Jamal Sauer in the backfield, the linebacker that we highlighted earlier. And this is actually a punt. And Old Dominion gets the ball back with pretty good field position, and they get 8 yards on second down. Makes this a 3rd and 2, and they're gonna have the quarterback run it as Neves has this running lane wide open. 8 yards for him. 3rd and 10 now for Neves. And they are gonna throw it, and Neves goes down. It's a sack. Steven Nizialik is back in the backfield. He has been having a pretty good game so far. I think that's, is that already his 3rd sack? They're gonna take a field goal here, 49-yarder. And it is off the upright. It's no good. Old Dominion can't add any points on this drive, so we're gonna get the ball back. 5 minutes on the clock. Westbrook, you gotta run some clock here. But 3rd and 7, and it's almost intercepted by Sauer. He was right there. That 93 zone coverage really showed up there. And now Neves is gonna get sacked again. It's David Gavazza in the backfield. And this is a 4th and 18, but Old Dominion, you have to go for it there. It's a 2-score game, and they are going for it. 4th and 18. Neves has a lot of time. The pressure is not arriving, and one-on-one down the field. This is going to be a catch. What are you doing? 66 yards. Completed the pass. 4 minutes on the clock, and they're going to run it with Lucien, and people just keep getting bad angles on this defense. The run D is not great at the moment. 3rd and goal. They're going to hand it off. This is a touchdown. Old Dominion cuts into the lead yet again. It's a 3-point game. And if this DC State offense had put some more points on the board on one of their last few drives, this game would have been long over. But just like this, it's a 5-point game, and the 2-point try is good, and it would have been good on Sundays as well. Now there is exactly 2 minutes on the clock, and we gotta run some clock. We gotta end this game right here if we want to win it. And Garrison gets the first down this time. Timeout, Old Dominion. 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. 1 timeout left. A first down is gonna do it. And this is Dalton Ellington. He redirects. He gets the first down. And this should do it. Last time out taken, Old Dominion. We can just kneel it out. And man, this was a lot closer than anything I would have expected, man. I thought this needs to be a blowout, dude, and we barely scraped the win out there. Garrison, player of the game with 2 touchdowns. He had a solid day on the ground as well. But this should have been a dominant victory, and it was barely a 3-point win. Austin Westbrook, he had a solid day, 12-16 for 2 touchdowns and no picks. Neves, 22 for 27, 81% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, you can't allow that. That is way too much. And then we couldn't stop Lucy, and this kid was running the football for 8 and 10 and 12-yard gains all the time, man. It was so annoying. Dalton Ellington and George Garrison both had good games. Ellington got no touchdown this game, but that's okay. We didn't throw it much in this game. Maybe I should have. But, I mean, you gotta admit, they have a couple good corners there. They also had a decent safety, and that middle linebacker with the 93 zone coverage. Man, it was really tough. The run game wouldn't really go that well to, like, just run it 3 times on every down and on every set of downs and win like that. We had a few too many punts in this game, definitely. But overall, I think we got the win. The visits, I mean, it's not perfect, but the visits at least get the boost for the win. There's no boost for a blowout or anything, but we get play of the game as Steven Nizialik actually got 3 sacks in this game. That is kind of crazy because he's like defensive tackle number 3 on this team, man. But this game he came through. I don't know if we would have even won without his sacks, man. He also got the 1 sack where they hit the uprights there on that field goal. So that was also a big part, I'd say. We get a commit after this game, and it's Clifton Campanero, a guy that I hadn't planned a visit on. It was pretty easy to recruit this guy. 85 strength, 85 block shedding, 85 tackle. I think we know what to expect from him, I guess. And yeah, let's move on. We're going to play in Minnesota now. We are going to play the Golden Gophers, and they are a very strong team in the trenches. Almost all of the top talent on the team is somewhere in the trenches. This I don't know if this game is going to go that well for us, because this is not a good matchup. Our trenches are just not built up that well. So I don't know. But Sharif Clements is the quarterback on this team. He is very bad throw power, but very good accuracies. He's not a runner, but I think he can run for a little bit, maybe get a first down here and there. Top running back is Terrence Demarat, and Demarat is a very good power back. And this is something that I'm afraid of, because we have been showing some weaknesses tackling this season so far. So whenever a power back is going to be on the other side, that's always going to make me scared. Ben Slaughter is the top receiver on this team. He wears number 4. He's not a great route runner. His catching rating is 76. That's not a good look. And he's also a pretty bad athlete, honestly. For a Big Ten team, you should have better athletes. Number 2 receiver on this team, Eric Bynum, 5'9", 175. This kid is a 71 overall, and he's honestly just an awful route runner. His catching ratings are pretty bad. The only thing this kid has going for him is that he's an average athlete, which apparently is good enough to win on this team, I guess. But there is almost no talent to throw to in this team, and this is what I'm going to be banking on, because this O-line is crazy good. They have a lot of starters here in the high 80s for overall. Nobody's below 80 overall. This is a very good offensive line. Exactly what you would expect from a Big Ten team. Top edge rusher is George Hearns with 85 finesse moves. He also has 85 power moves. 87 strength as an edge rusher is pretty good. The only weakness on him is the block shedding, but this is a very good edge rusher. And then the top linebacker on this team is DeAndre McCarron, 6'4", 223 out of Huntsville, Alabama. And McCarron is a solid run stopper. The block shedding is a little bit lower than you'd like. I would want to have it in like the 80s or like high 70s at least. But yeah, this kid is not a great athlete. He has 77 speed, and he only has 77 zone coverage. So I hope this game is going to go a little bit easier as the Old Dominion game, because this defense is honestly nothing crazy. They have 2 good defensive tackles, a good edge rusher, but that's about it. They do not have good linebackers, and their best corner has 86 speed. So we need to win this game. And might I add, even though they have a lot of O-line talent, we should win it scoring 30 plus points, because this defense is just not good. If your top corner has 86 speed, you're in for trouble. And the safeties are not that great either. I think the best, the highest speed in the secondary for Minnesota is 90. We need to win this one. They have no receivers, honestly. So we're gonna play aggressive. But first we're gonna start on offense. And Minnesota apparently is also gonna be playing aggressive as they send the linebacker on a 0 blitz, and that's a sack. 2nd and 17 as Westbrook has his man. It's Halterman. He hasn't had a catch in a long time. That's a 29-yard gain. 2nd and 5 now at the 46, and Garrison is gonna run it, and he's got 8 yards on the play. That's a nice one. And now 1st down and 10 at the edge of field goal range as Westbrook is gonna throw it. He has a man behind the defense. That's a touchdown. It's Garrett Wolf into the end zone. And this is exactly what I was looking for. Minnesota goes down here. It's 7-0 for DC State after they tried to press a receiver with like an 86 speed corner. That's just not a good idea if your guys are that slow. You've got to play off zone, man. 1st down and 10, and Minnesota converts immediately. That's very quick. From the 48 now, as there is a man wide open, and that's caught. That's Sharif Clements with another dime there. Perfect ball here on the corner route, and now they're gonna hand it off, and wide open, running down the sideline, touchdown Minnesota. The Golden Gophers tie up the game at 7. That was a little bit too easy, man. That was a few too many big plays. Yeah, that's that offensive line showing up, man. 3rd and 7 now for Westbrook, and they have a penalty on the field, and we're gonna get this away to Garrett Wolf. That's gonna be a first down, and the penalty is gonna be a offsides call on Minnesota. We're just gonna decline that. First down at the 42. 2nd and 8, and there are strips to the right. Wolf isolated left. Throw the bubble. This is Isaiah Stockton, and he jukes out the safety and re-accelerates. What a play by Isaiah Stockton. That was very nice to see. First down and 10 from the edge of field goal range now, and just go get a few yards, take the lead. As George Garrison is gonna get the first down, man. Fights ahead, 11 yards on the play, and now we're down to the 1. Westbrook handed off. Garrison into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. And we're up by 7 again. It's 14-7. That was a very nice drive executed by DC State. And now we're going to go back to the Minnesota offense as Clements is going to go down. It's Dozier in the backfield. 3rd and 16 coming up for this Minnesota team. And, yeah. They are going to have a tough time beating this. 3rd and 16 from the 11. And he is going to go down again. And that was barely not a safety. He almost had him. Gavazza in the backfield. Down at the 2-yard line. That's a generous spot, I would say, man. And that's going to be a punt from their own end zone. Great field position now for DC State as Ellington tried to run away from the safety there, but a great run for Ellington. Lots of space there. 1st and 10, and Westbrook is going to hand it off again. Ellington gets 8, I guess 7 on the play, and now 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Garrison's the back this time, but they're going to throw it, and Westbrook's going to redirect a couple times, and he's going down. Oh man, everything was covered up. I don't know how they did that, but 2nd and goal from the 20, and Westbrook's gonna get his man wide open. This is Garrett Wolf down to the 7, so we have one more shot into the end zone. Let's hope this goes well, but gotta settle for points definitely in this drive. 3rd and goal from the 2 after they got a offsides penalty there, and this is not gonna be good. 4th and goal from the 1 now. Sneak it in, touchdown Westbrook. They get it done. And Minnesota goes down by 2 scores. That was a very hectic end to the drive there. We take the sack, we get back into the green zone. We get an offsides penalty from the defense, and then we don't get the 3rd down touchdown. We have to go to 4th down, and now great play by Minnesota. That's about a 22-yard gain, and just like that, they're actually in. A few downs later, they're already in positive territory there. And now they're going to dump it off to the running back. That's a 1st down. Clements having a field day so far. 8 of 10. 3rd and 10 now. And this one's going to be dropped by his receiver as Clements is now 8 for 13. 4th and 10, 52-yard field goal try. And this one is going to be good. Minnesota cuts into the lead a little bit, but it's still a 2-score game, and there is some time before halftime. About 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock as Westbrook is going to be pressured by 4 and wide open behind the defense. This is Isaiah Stockton, and he's going to run it down the field, and then he's going to run some clock off. And this is going to be an 81-yard touchdown for DC State. Ran some clock off too for Minnesota not to have too much time there. Got a few seconds off the clock there as well. But Stockton with a deep touchdown. That is exactly what I want from this offense now. And this should have been intercepted. Jeez, dude. Gotta have this one. Ben Baskerville with the deflection, but you've got to pick it off. 4th down, and there is still a minute on the clock. Minnesota didn't move the football. They go 3 and out, and this is still some time. And we're going to run it back, and Hawker has a great return. He's going to juke out some people. It goes down at the 35. This is 49 seconds, man. You can still get a touchdown out of this one, man. 1st and 10 for Westbrook. And he's just going to step up. Everything was covered up. They were prepared for the all-vert. And that's going to be a 1st down. Timeout taken by DC State inside the red zone. Let's go 3rd and 10. Westbrook. Nothing was open down the field. They settled for a few yards underneath. and make the field goal a little bit easier. But we're just going to take the points here. And 31-10. It's a 3-touchdown game now. Great 2-minute drill for Washington, D.C. State. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota QB, and wide open over the middle. He's got his man. That was a little bit too easy, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 41, I guess, yeah. 2nd and 10, Clements stands tall in the pocket, throws it to the outside, and gets hit down. Timeout taken, Minnesota. They are still hoping to get some points here. There is 8 seconds on the clock, and Clements has a clean pocket now, and he is going to fumble the football away! And we could have scooped and scored, man. 3 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a tough field goal. This is going to be a 47-yarder, but we have a chance to add even more points before halftime. Field goal is up and good. DC State adds 3 more off the fumble. Oh my. That was Arnold Dozier there, I think. And DC State just had a great second quarter. That was marvelous work. We're up 34-10, and of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as DC State should be winning this game, man. We're up by 24, and now Minnesota's gonna be back on offense, and Clements is pressured again, and he's just gonna take off with his like 77 speed. I told you he could get a couple first downs here and there. 1st and 10 for Clements now from the 32. They're gonna motion out the running back, and the pressure is coming in, but he's got his man, and Isaac York just completely whiffed on the tackle, man. Can't do that, dude. Isaac York, the big disappointment, honesty so far. And now we're going to have Steven Izialik with a nice TFL in the backfield. And that's going to be a tough field goal out of 48 yards out. But it is right down the middle, and Minnesota hits it. This is a 34-13 game now. 2nd and 8, and we're going to have a 4-man pressure here. Westbrook gets it away. Stockton has a block by Singley. Gets the first down and a little bit more. So far, a great day on offense, but now it's going to be a tough 3rd and 11 as Westbrook is pressured and Ellington couldn't pick up the blitz. And that's a sack. They had overloaded the left side of the line, and Ellington was supposed to pick it up. 5-man pressure for Clements as well after the punt, but he does get 7 yards out of the play. That's Ben Slaughter on the catch, the #1 receiver on this team. 3rd and 4, they're just going to run it up the middle. That's an easy first down. And they're going to move the chains on that one. 1st and 10 in plus territory now, and we're just going to run behind the running back. We're just not going to catch him there. That's Demret on the carry. 1st and 10, and this one is going to be caught. I can't believe it. Joe Mandarino, man, you got to knock it out. You're a linebacker. Got to knock it out there. But 3rd and inches, and they actually do not get it. Dalton Boger on the stop. 4th and inches, and they're just going to go for it because Demret is going to get the direct snap. That's an easy first down, and they're going to move the chains. 2nd and goal from the 1 now. And Clements going to hand it off. Demret into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. That was a little bit too easy. But Minnesota finally get on the scoreboard again, and now it's 34-20. They get the field goal, they get a touchdown, and just like that, it's a 14-point game. 1st and 10, and Westbrook is going to get it away on time, and that is Garrett Wolf, who goes down with an 8-yard gain, almost the first down, and move the chains. Westbrook now over 1,000 passing yards this season. We're into the 5th game now. This is still going to tell you we're running the football a lot. We're not passing it a lot. But we're going to hand it off here to Dalton Ellington, and that's another first down. 3rd and 10 for Westbrook. Ellington's the back, and we're actually going to run it. 3rd and 10. That did not work out at all. 4th and 6. We're just going to go for it because we're not going to nail this field goal. Somebody jumped offside, but there's no flag down. Doesn't matter. We're just going to get the first down anyway. Wolf with a 20-yard conversion. Great game for him so far. He's at 100 receiving yards now. 1st and 10. Westbrook wide open. That's Stingley. Touchdown, DC State. It's 41-20. We are back to a 3-touchdown game. It's not over. Actually, it's over. This is the 2-minute warning. We hit this play at the 2-minute warning. I didn't realize. But yeah, now this game is definitely over. Great game. We actually pulled off yet another score because Minnesota turned it over on downs in their own inside their own 20. So, but that was an easy run and touchdown. Man, Westbrook, he had a great game. 291 passing yards. That's probably a career high, I have to imagine. 85% completion percentage. And yeah, we made it. We made life pretty tough on Sharif Clements there. They had no receivers, and we played it as aggressive as you can. And yeah, Westbrook had a great game. He had 14.5 yards per attempt. That is ridiculously high. Dalton Ellington, great game on the ground. George Garrison, not at all. They had two very different experiences, and yeah, Westbrook got the last touchdown there. It's just an easy run and touchdown from like the 3-yard line or something. And yeah, we couldn't really stop Demret, but it didn't matter in the end as we were able to shut their passing game down pretty well, I'd say. Now, this is Big Ten competition. We won the game handedly. This is exactly what we want, and let's move on. This is a great start to a season. We are 5-0, and we're ranked inside the top 10. It probably won't get any better than this, man. I hope we can continue this trend, but so far it's been looking pretty good. A couple of things to talk about are still like our run defense, man. I don't know why, but we seem to not be able to tackle. Our pursuit angles are awful sometimes, and sometimes we need like 2 or 3 people to knock down a receiver. Like, what are you talking about? This is something that I've seen a little bit in these last 2 games, especially with the running back here for Minnesota. He looked pretty good. We couldn't really tackle him all that well. But yeah, player of the game actually goes to Arnold Dozier with 2 sacks, and one of those was a forced fumble that got us 3 more points before halftime. And Devin LaRue committed to DC State. We're gonna get this guy in. He looks crazy good. I already love this kid, man. 96 speed, 88 acceleration, 80 catch in traffic, 89 spec catch, 84 release, 78 catching, 96 jumping, 80 short route running. As shit, the list goes on and on. I mean, we don't even know about the route runnings, but I'm assuming the medium and deep route runnings are probably not gonna be that good. We get a 4-star tackle, and this is an important one because this kid is actually from Washington, D.C., so this is going to help with our pipelines. He's 86 strength. That's actually a little worse than I would have hoped, but that's good news. And then the big disappointment. I think if we had won that game a little bit more handedly against Old Dominion, we would have had James Price last week, and we did not get him last week, and we gave Notre Dame a chance to come back, and they took it. So he is gone. No 4-star corners for us this year. No 4-star corners for us this year. Let's move on. This is going to be the 3rd game of this episode. It's going to be against Illinois. The Fighting Illini. They look pretty good. 4-star quarterback Ramon Semilla. He's a freshman, 6 foot, 214, out of Bolingbrook, Illinois. I think we're gonna see this kid a couple times more. Accuracy-wise, he's a good short passer, but the medium and deep accuracies are pretty bad. 86 speed is something to be scared about. Corey Steven is the running back. He wears number 35. He's also a former 4-star recruit. He's a junior. And he's a solid elusive back. The juke and spin moves are actually a little bit low, honestly, for somebody of his caliber. Stiff arm and trucking, not crazy good either, but he has some solid speed, so he's going to be a challenge for us. Top receiver, number 86, is Rashad Steven. He's a junior. He's maxed out. He's not going to get any better, but he's a good down the field player with decent hands, nothing crazy. But 93 speed, definitely something to watch out for. We do not have the best athletes at the cornerback position, so watch out for him. And then number 3 is the number 2 receiver here, David Beckett. And Beckett is a very good pass catcher, a horrible route runner, and a solid athlete. He has some decent speed here, 92 speed, 93 XL. That looks pretty good. And then they also have a very good tight end. Adrian Leach, he's a blocking tight end, but 6'5", 249. Can never underestimate these guys, man. A crazy good blocker. 70 catching. That's honestly not that great, but I imagine that with this kid in the backfield or in line blocking, he's gonna block some paths, man, for his running back. Now, this O-line does look pretty solid. They have an 82 overall at left tackle, an 81 overall at left guard. They've got an 88 overall at center, one of their best players on the team, an even better right guard, and an 88 overall right tackle, who is injured. So it's going to be an 83 overall playing there, but that's still good. This is going to be a tough game because this O-line looks pretty good, and they have actually a couple of receivers other than Minnesota, because that's something that worked very well against Minnesota. Is we were pressing them a lot, and it worked. We had a few coverage sacks there as well. I don't think we can do the same thing here against Illinois. Top edge rusher here is Derek Ruffin. He's a good power rusher. He does have a good block shedding ability too. They also have another good edge rusher here in Lindell Newton. 85 power moves. They have a really solid line here. 89 strength on this guy. 70 block sheds, actually a little bit low, but fine enough, I guess. But this kid is a good athlete, Lindell Newton. And then they've got a good linebacker here in Tim Every. He's 81 zone coverage, 73 man coverage. He's 99 jumping. That's pretty great, pretty crazy. 80 something pass rush ability. His run stopping ability is not bad, and he's a very good athlete. Might I say, almost an elite athlete at the linebacker position. And then Markel Awesome. He's not quite, but almost an awesome safety. The pass coverage could get a little bit better, but he's a good athlete. He can stop the run a little bit, and yeah. Let's see what we can do here. We have won once before. It was a 25-22 win last season. That was a pretty tough one. We sneaked out of there. But this time it's going to be even tougher because this one is going to be an away game. And yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a really tough one. I think this is the toughest opponents we're going to face this episode. Illinois has a very strong O-line. They have a good young freshman quarterback with decent accuracies and a solid receiving core, a good running back. This offense is going to be tough to stop. And then this Illinois defense, they have some playmakers, but they also have a weakness. And their weakness is the cornerback room. And we can see that right off the bat because they run man coverage, and that did not work out at all, as we have a 25-yard gain for Isaiah Stockton. He's wide open over the middle, and he runs away from the defense. 3rd and 9 now, and we're going to run it. And this time it even worked. George Garrison up the middle. Huge gash. And DC State's in business. This is almost field goal range now. And Westbrook has another wide open receiver. That's actually a tight end, but it's still a receiver. 87. That's George Stingley into red zone territory here. 3rd and 3 as Westbrook has a 4-man pressure, and he's got the clean pocket. It's going to be caught for the touchdown. George Stingley into the end zone. Illinois down by 7. And this is what you need to do if you expect your opponent to have a high-scoring offense. This is exactly what you need to do. Let's see if we can't stop this crazy good O-line. They have a really strong O-line, man. 3rd and 4. And over the middle, it's intercepted. He overthrew his guy. Dalton Boger is going to return it inside the 20 and down at the 11-yard line. Dalton Boger was just standing right there, gifted an interception. That should have been an easy completion for Illinois. And just like that, we're up by 7 and have the ball, starting our drive at the 11-yard line of Illinois. That's very bad news. Dalton Boger, man, there's a 94 speed. You can see it on the return, man. He turns it on real quick. 3rd and 7 now. Let's see what Westbrook can do. Pressure coming in. It's a 0 blitz, and he overthrows his target. As also, by the way, interestingly, didn't really run the route that he should have. So that's also partly on Stingley, I'd say. 3rd and 6 after the field goal try. Illinois goes 3 and out immediately. We get the ball back with pretty good field position on that one. And Dalton Ellington just, wow, what a juke move. 7-yard gain for Dalton Ellington. 2nd and 3. And this is going to be a handoff to Garrison, who is going to have a massive gain. 16 yards on the play, gashing this run defense. 3rd and 1. And Westbrook is going to hand it off, but two men were in the hole, only one blocker. He tried to get around it, and the defensive end disengages from the tackle. So we're just going to go for it there because they jumped off sides. Free play, let's do it. It falls incomplete, but it's still going to be a 1st down. We're up by 10 already, and we're in field goal range now. 1st and 10, Ellington's the back, and he is going to get the handoff, and he's going to run it up the middle, 8-yard gain. Man, Ellington has been looking great so far. 1st and 10, and now Heath McGinnis checks in, and he's going to get the ball, and he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. It's 17-0. What is happening to this Illinois team? We have just started the 2nd quarter, and we're already up by 17. Illinois really needs to get it together. Now they get the ball at the 19. They're going to hand it off, and this is the running back that I was talking about. Man, this is exactly what I'm afraid of. We're taking such bad angles on this run defense. That was a 26-yard run, man. And we're going to, oh my God, we're going to whiff on the read option. They are having a quarterback keeper here. They can do it with that quarterback. Samia looks pretty good as a runner. 2nd and 1. And this one's not going to go anywhere. That's a 4-yard loss for Dozier and Newcomb. 3rd and 5 for Samia. They're going to have to pass it. 4-man pressure, and this one's going to be incomplete as Baskerville knocks it down. But yet again, a pass he should have intercepted. 3rd and 2. Hand it off to Ellington. Nowhere to go after that punt, and that's going to be a 3 and out. And DC State's going to get the... Illinois gets the ball back from DC State. And now we're going to take down the quarterback, Gavazza, in the backfield. That's a 6-yard loss on Samia. 2nd and 16 going to be coming up here for Illinois. Samia has double twins. His tight end in line. Gonna motion one receiver to the other side and have a play action shot, and wide open. It's gonna be caught. Joe Mandarino again. He can't knock it out even though he's right there. That is so disappointing. 3rd and 11. And Samia is gonna scramble, and he is gonna take off down the sideline. That's a massive gain. 24-yard run for Ramon Samia. 2nd and 4. From inside the red zone now. They're going to motion out one tight end, but there's still one more tight end in the backfield. They're going to throw it, actually. Samia throws it to the end zone. It's going to be caught at the 1. Baskerville can't knock it out either. 1st and goal, trips to the left, tight end to the right, and that's a touchdown. Illinois finally on the board. It's 17-7, and Illinois is going to have the touchdown right here. There is still about 2.5 minutes on the clock in this first half. Let's see what we can do with 2.5 minutes. Westbrook gonna have a pass dialed up, and Isaiah Stockton's wide open, and he jukes the safety. Oh man, Isaiah Stockton looking so fun today. 2nd and 3, Ellington's the back, but this is gonna be a 0 blitz here, and Westbrook gets it away. Hearns is gonna turn it upfield, and he's got a massive completion. That's an 18-yarder. 1st down, DC State. A minute on the clock, 2 timeouts left. Westbrook throws it over the middle. It's caught. Hearns can't get the 1st down. Everything was covered up. 4th and 8. This is not field goal range. You got to go for it. They're going to run some clock, and somebody's going to jump here. Make this a little bit easier. 4th and 6. Coming up here after the encroachment penalty. Actually, 4th and 3. Not 4th and 6. But 4th and 3. That's definitely go for it territory. Nobody jumps this time, but 4th and 3, we're just gonna go for it. And we get it. Stockton, very reliable receiver, gets the 7 yards we need. Timeout taken. And now we have 15 seconds on the clock. Let's see what we can do. Westbrook is gonna throw it. And this one's caught by Ellington. Touchdown! DC State had nobody open. And the screen to the side was covered pretty well. So he's just gonna throw it down the field, give his running back a one-on-one. And he comes up with the football. Ellington with the touchdown, 24-7 at halftime. Illinois did not look great in this first quarter. White Tigers up by 3 scores. Let's see what we can do in the second half. We got to keep it up, man. This offense for Illinois looks very dangerous. So we got to keep it up, man. And this is a 0 blitz, and it worked out to perfection. We played it aggressively, and Samia goes down. It's Dozier in the backfield, and that was his 20th career sack. Dozier, a senior, by the way, he is going to be done after this season, so that's his last chance to make some improvements. 2nd and 17, and we just allowed a 14-yard run. Are you kidding me? 3rd and 3 coming up. Samia stands tall in the backfield, and he's going to throw the bubble screen on the RPO there, and that is a wide open first down there. Pineda on the catch and run. 3rd and 5. And this is going to be a draw. They actually tried to run it on 3rd and 5. It's 4th down, and they do punt it away. So we get the ball back, and Garrison has a wide open running lane, 9 yards on the play. It's still 24-7 after Illinois couldn't get it done on the last one. And now Ellington has lots of space, and I think he managed to do pretty well on this one. Couldn't break a tackle, but still a massive first down into plus territory. 2nd and 4, Westbrook with double twins, but he's going to hand it off to Ellington, and he's got another massive running lane, first down. And, man, Ellington, he has 7 yards to carry in this game. 1st and 10, hand it off to Garrison now, and Garrison runs it up the middle as well. That's another 8-yard gain. This Illinois defense is getting gashed. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Westbrook. He's got his man. It's Hearns into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. And now it's 31-7. Technically still a 3-score game, but now a much tougher 3-score game. 1st down and 10. Let's see what Illinois can do this time. Play action shots. And this one should have been intercepted, honestly. Baskerville had great positioning. Why don't you go for the ball there? Instead, it's a catch for Illinois, and now they're going to dump it forward here on the jet touch pass. That's a 9-yard gain, and Samia gets some fake yardage. 3rd and 1. Samia, they're going to throw it, and over the middle, his man is open. Manny Fine beaten on the coverage. That was Pineda again, the running back. 3rd and 9. Ramon Samia, he's a clean pocket, and he needs to make a decision a little bit quicker than that. That's another sack for Nizialek, who has been having a great time so far. Now they had a great punt after that one, so we're going to have to run it here, and this is a good start. 9-yard gain for Dalton Ellington. 2nd and 1. Westbrook is going to have a clean pocket here. He gets it away, and Halterman breaks a tackle, falls ahead, 18 yards. First down. 6'5" the 6'5" threat here with a very nice catch and run. And Austin Westbrook now has completed 100 passes on the season. 30 from the 35 now. Westbrook is going to hand it off, and Garrison has a wide open running lane. That's another 8-yard gain. And honestly, it kind of looks like this Illinois run defense is just stayed at home. Westbrook, he's got a one-on-one downfield. It's going to be caught, and that's a touchdown. 57 yards to the house for Charlie Hearns. DC State absolutely demolishing this Illinois defense, man. They are looking so bad. It's a 31-point game, and we're just gonna skip ahead to the most important plays on the end here, as Ben Baskerville picks off Illinois quarterback Ramon Samia. We get the interception there, so still no more points for Illinois in this drive either. 3rd and 5. Let's see what we can cook up here. Westbrook has one man completely wide open. They completely forgot about him. Stockton has an 82-yard touchdown. That was absolute domination. I cannot believe that this Illinois offense didn't show up. I would have expected to score, to have this Illinois offense score 30 plus points in this game, because their O-line just looks so good. They have a solid quarterback, and just as I say this, we got another one. It's Trayvon Melvin on this one, and I think that was his first one on the season, as Melvin hasn't had the greatest season so far, but we absolutely obliterated this Illinois team. They wouldn't stop turning over the football. And Westbrook, 314 passing yards, almost 70% completion percentage, and 5 touchdowns. Samia, man, 3 interceptions, really? I mean, okay, the one on Ben Baskerville, nothing's open, you just throw it in the end zone and somebody comes up with it. Okay, that's one of them, but the other 2 were actually not great. The one was an egregious overthrow to Dalton Boger, and the other one was just completely not seeing Trayvon Melvin there. We had a great ground game. We were able to run the football up the middle. These defensive tackles just couldn't stop a thing. And yeah, complete and utter domination by this DC State defense, man. The offense, honestly, we didn't even do that much. We had 2 deep touchdowns. And a couple turnovers in strategic places. We didn't even have to do much on offense. And seemingly everybody got a touchdown in this game, man. We had a great game on defense. 2 sacks for David Gavazza, 1.5 for Nizialek, 1.5 for Dozier. Even Nocombe made it, even though this is not a great season for him either. And then, yeah, the Melvin pick. I mean, it was garbage time. The Baskerville pick, it wasn't the end zone, but you can't overthrow your receiver by that much and give the ball to Dalton Boger. He returns it to the 11. We have a short field right there. That's just not going to do it. But good news for us. We get our first 5-star commit ever. It's Jared Neal, a tackle. And he looks very good. You already know he is looking very sharp. He's gonna be the left tackle of the future. I'm gonna probably redshirt him for a year, and then when Jason Moreland graduates next year, he's gonna take over. And then we also get yet another 5-star player. 2 5-star players this season. Our first 5-star players ever. We get the safety as well. 90 speed. 90 XL. He looks really good. The only thing that's not looking too good is the zone coverage, but at least it's not like in the 60s. And yeah, to finish out the softs this season, we're just gonna take a quick look here. Top 25. We are now ranked number 2 in the country. Can you believe it? Number 2. But I already can tell you one thing, man. Next episode is gonna be a gauntlet. Because I'm not sure exactly, but I'm pretty sure we're playing. So I'm sure we're playing Oregon next episode. I'm pretty sure we're also going to be playing Ohio State next episode, and I think the third team was Michigan. Either way, even if it's not Michigan, then it's probably Washington. We are going to have a gauntlet next episode. These 3 games that are going to be coming up are going to be so tough. And right now, we have the lead in the conference. We're tied with Washington. Both teams are 3-0. It's looking really good so far. But this gauntlet that's coming up, that's going to be deciding on our season. So next episode, it's crunch time. And we still have a lot of recruits to get, man. A lot of recruits still out there. So we'll see. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more DC State Dynasty. And see you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.